Hey man, welcome back to Man Time. Today's episode, I'm going to try to get set up to do some chainsaw milling. This will be my first time using this chainsaw mill. Just got it set up. I don't even think I have it set up right, but I'm going to try it out. This is what was kind of shown in the pictures. Hopefully we can learn some helpful tips and tricks for chainsaw milling for the first time together. Welcome to Man Time. Well, the first thing we're going to need to do is affix this piece to the chainsaw. I think that is going to be kind of step number one. And to do that, there's two Husqvarna-sized bolts and a U-bolt that locks this thing in. So I think that is going to be the easiest way, is to actually take this off and then fix it to the chainsaw in the way that it's going to sit. Now, the way that I've got it set up here, it's going to sit with the, again, gas and fuel facing down. So, let's try that. And then, so this should just slip, yeah, on here. And I'm going to see if I can get it, you know, with the dogs on here. Let's see if we can do it that way. May or may not be able to. Now, do I need a special... I don't know if the bar wrench is going to fit on these bolts here. Okay, they do. It does. Yeah, I'm just going to let it sit up against the dogs there. I could gain another couple inches, but if it ends up working out here, I'm just going to call it a day, you know, meaning the bar can reach all the way through. Okay, now, next, I went ahead and slipped the mill onto the end of this post here. And now what I need to do is slide this whole thing up. And I'm going to need to loosen a couple things to do that. There's two bolts on either end, and then there's also a Phillips head here, which I went ahead and got a pair of pliers to get this thing all set up here. I loosened this, you know, that locks onto this rail, and I think I've got it, yeah, where I can get it up on here. Okay, so I'm going to lock it down on the nose piece. Yeah, lock it down on the nose piece, but these bolt heads are blocked. Son of a gun. Yeah, it looks like this guard is going to actually stop it from tightening down on the bar. And you don't want the bar moving around. So I mean, it's critical that it locks it down there. Well, right here is what I was running into. There's a hard stop built in, you know, to this piece here. It's, you know, it's squared off here, and this is the same distance here. So it comes down and it locks, you know, against this and then against this on the other side. So I'm going to take that to the bench grinder, grind off some material. Well, as surprising as some of you men might find, there was actually somebody in the comments that came in and said I wasn't being manly enough on a couple of my videos. I shouldn't be so concerned with additional things, and I think he's right. So things like guarding, men don't need stuff like that. I'm not going to take the time to fix the manufacturer's defect in their product. I am just going to go and start running this thing as is, which means taking that tip guard off and running it like this. Right? I'm not going to mess with it and go to grinding and fabricating to get it to work. What I am going to do is run it in a manner that actually works, which is going to be no guard. You guessed it. And now the only time this guard is really going to be beneficial is if you're like sticking your, hand onto the tip, which, who's doing that, So without the guard there, I'm going to be able to fully clamp it onto the tip of the bar. And I just want to get it centered and then go to tightening it down. And then additionally, there's like measurements on here. I think I'm going to make this first one like, I don't know, a 2-inch cut, something like that. So I'm just going to run it up to right at 2 inches. Alright, well, let's see if we can make our first cut here. First thing you're going to want to do is like set the chainsaw mill on here just to make sure you've got clearance. And we have about 3 inches there. So I'm anticipating like this is about 36 inches for a 42-inch bar. But yeah, looks like it's going to be working okay. I think the hardest thing is going to get this, initial start in here with this gigantic, heavy freaking chainsaw. Let's see how it restarts though. No choke. Let's go with some fast idle. Well, the chain is just a little looser than I think I'd like to see it there. So let's see if we can tighten the chain up a bit. Oh, you know what? I'm not even going to be able to because the chain adjuster is now blocked. Oh, golly. I'm going to want that chain pretty tight. Again, coming in, with the chainsaw horizontal. You really don't want that chain loose like that. Oh, it is turning out to be a warm one today. Alright, well that was a good lesson, I think, before you start running your chainsaw mill, is to make sure everything is tight. These two bolts here that were holding this in place were loose. That's now tight, and I know that one's tight there. So we're all tight, and now the chain is also tight. Let's see if we can restart it and try to make some cuts here. We'll go on to fast idle once again, off of stop.
yeah, I'm about to fade away. Cause every time I wake up I feel like it's Monday. Something's going wrong with all the chemicals up in my brain. All of a sudden I don't look at anything the same way. Got a build up of my thoughts sitting in an ashtray. I'm sorry that I'm so inconvenient, okay. Just let me be me and I'll stay out of your way. I can see the way you look at me, I'm such a disgrace. I never really asked to be brought into this place. You wanna love me? Well then baby, have a taste. All the highs and the lows, no, you'll never be the same. I don't really wanna hurt you, but I can't control the pain. If you're sticking by my side, maybe we could be okay. Okay, maybe you could be the change I need today. I promise that I've never felt this way. I really hope that you will choose to stay through all the pain.
I know you told your friend you're not okay, and tell me what's wrong and why you never said you felt that way. Guess you're trying to stay strong and fake a smile until I look away. But I've known you too long, it hurts to watch your blue eyes fade to gray as you fade away. As you fade away. As you fade away.
Okay, well that was miserable. Well, let's take a look-see how we did here. I'm going to give you some pointers and tips also. Some things that I know I screwed up on. And then maybe we can have a discussion about what we can do better, or what you can do better, so you get a little bit better cut and have a better experience when you're doing it. It does look pretty good though. Look at this. Alright, so let's talk about, first of all, the setup in the chainsaw mill itself. This looks good. This is going to be good. I think I want some thicker pieces for like bench tops, so. But, alright, Weaver chainsaw mill. First thing, clearly, I have the chainsaw in there upside down. I need to switch this stuff out so the head is on this side. You can see there a couple of the main points where the chips and sawdust were thrown up and kind of right at my face. So that wasn't good. Yeah, I've got a large amount of chainsaw sawdust and things everywhere, in clothes and everywhere. So that wasn't good. But it did cut. It did make a nice, clean, straight cut here, and I think this piece is going to be much better now going forward. And I think I'm going to make 3-inch cuts going forward. Because 2-inch is fine, 2-inch is nice, and it worked, but 3-inch I think is really going to be where it's at for a nice, you know, benchtop, tabletop type of situation. Man, this is gonna really come alive with some boiled linseed oil on here. It's got some really nice dark between the dark and the light striping on here. This is gonna be really nice. But I'm gonna get this chainsaw mill flipped around. I mean, that's kind of what it's all about, right? Watching videos like this, beginner videos. A lot of people will say, well, don't make the video until you're an expert. Well, when you're an expert, you forget about some of the things that you learned going through, like the first couple times you used a piece of equipment, where I think that's beneficial for some people to see other people's mistakes. I mean, that's the ultimate goal, right? Let somebody else make the mistakes, and you learn from somebody else's mistakes what not to do. So that's kind of what these beginner how-tos are, is how not to make the same mistakes I did, learn from a beginner's point of view, and then you can go into it knowing the things to look out for on your first time running a chainsaw mill in this case. But many other videos on this channel are similar, where I'm not an expert in anything except designing production systems. Everything else I'm doing on here is not something that is basic practice for me. So hopefully you're learning some things. If you are, make sure to hit that thumbs up and subscribe. Going forward here, we're going to be doing some more milling and lots of other farmstead, homestead type of stuff. So why don't you get out there, have you some man time too.